What do you
I
think?
think Lee sweeps it. If he beats him, I think it's because he's getting lucky.
So-
61 kilos.
So we got Vito Arujau versus Jax Forrest. 50 push-ups on the next episode after.
Are we shaking on it?
See the
50?
results.
B, can you do 50?
Yeah, I can do 50.
All right.
La vida es un
Welcome to the Broken Ear Podcast, sponsored by Combat Life Network. I'm Ben Kamali,
I'm Bo Ekman.
And I'm Dylan Phelps.
and we're here to talk about wrestling. So today we got the Final X matchups going on. How you guys feeling about that?
Good. When's do we know the actual date for it?
Coming up, yeah, next week.
Next weekend?
Yeah,
It's like June 14th, right?
yep, 2 weeks.
There is a lot of good matchups.
There's a lot of good wrestling going on right now
Yeah.
too. U23s and U20s just got over with.
And right before that, you had the Pan Ams.
Yep. So
So first up, we got 57 kilos. Spencer Lee, Luke Lillidahl. Iowa, Penn State.
yeah, I think Lee's just too seasoned right now, honestly. I think Lillidahl's a little young.
Yeah.
Great athlete, great wrestler, but give him a couple more years. I mean, he just finished his freshman year of college.
Yeah.
And Lee's already wrestled in the Olympics.
Right.
Yeah, he's got that experience.
Mhm.
And then then he's wrestling Ono a couple months ago,
Yeah.
And that was like a 3-point match.
Yeah, that was a close one. So I think just Lee wrestling those tougher guys, the freestyle scene, he's been wrestling it forever now.
Yeah.
Been training it months on end compared to Lillidahl, who's probably just transitioned back into it.
Yeah, and I mean that's not to say that wrestling anything can happen, but if we're putting our odds on it, I'd pick probably Lee for sure.
Out of 3, though. So what do you think?
I think Lee sweeps it.
2-0?
Honestly, I just don't see Lillidahl getting if he beats him, I think it's because he's getting lucky.
So the two things that Lillidahl has going for him is the backing that he has with Penn State and
That's
his
true.
coaches. And then also that Spencer Lee has had 2 knee injuries and probably
is
other
true.
injuries with his career. He's had a couple more years after those. But
Mhm.
yeah, so Lillidahl's a little more fresh, a little more young.
Yeah, they call him Lightning Luke.
Yeah.
Quick. Get around.
So, He has a fighting
What you
chance
think?
just like any wrestler, but
Okay.
obviously, Lee's the more seasoned. So I'd put my money on Lee as well.
2-0?
Probably 2-0, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 Lee, too.
All right, I'll do Lee 2-1.
2-1.
2-1. All right, next up, 61 kilos.
So we got Vito Arujau versus Jax Forrest.
That's your boy, B.
Jax, I mean, we've been watching him for a while with these new weight tournaments we've been working at and watching.
It's just, he's very prevalent on the scene right now.
Mhm.
But there is that, there's been all this drama going on recently about Bo Bassett losing. And everyone's like, oh my God, Bo Bassett lost. Yeah. You
Yeah,
can
high
do that
school.
in wrestling. You can lose no matter the age. So I think people are remembering that. And, when I think of Vito versus RBY the last time they wrestled.
Mm-hmm.
And how fast and how smooth Vito was. That's the Vito if that's the Vito that's showing up, I think I'm picking Vito.
I go Vito 2-1. I think Jax gets one though.
I could see that.
I think he might lock up something slick and bust
Yeah.
open the score, and then Vito's playing the comeback game.
So just on the way Jax has been wrestling recently, I'd say I'm going to give it to him.
2-0,
Yeah.
2-1.
He's the underdog for sure, based on Arujau's background, but I think Forrest might take it.
Dude. And
Just every position he's good in.
what does that mean if he does take it?
He's on the world team.
Yeah, but
You think he's a world champ?
That means he should be expected to be probably multiple-time champ, D1, right?
Okie State guy.
Yeah, they're going.
I mean, side note, but Okie State just got Kevin Ward too to be their assistant coach. So I met Ward when I was doing my recruiting process. He was at West Point.
Mhm.
Great coach, great lightweight coach. But the big thing there that just shows how strong Okie State is right now, you have the head coach of Army West Point leave to be the assistant coach
Yeah.
at Oklahoma State,
Yeah, big pickup.
right? Big pickup. So I'm sure that now that he's got another lightweight, they lost Gilman, but you're bringing in someone who's very talented too. And you made a good point, B. Like, when you talked about Lildahl and the backing, I see that same thing with Forrest. Because Forrest has had that backing for so long.
Yeah.
So honestly, I'll say Forrest.
Really.
I'll say Forrest
Both of
2-1.
you guys, Forrest.
Because it does matter what room you're wrestling in before the tournament.
Yeah, but
During wrestling
Vito's at
season,
Cornell.
Yeah,
No.
but during season, like everybody's grinding. But now we're in postseason, and what room is the best?
I think-
It's gonna be Penn State, Oklahoma State.
I honestly think
Those
this is the
rooms.
hardest one for me to pick.
I think Vito down.
All right,
I
you got
think
Vito.
Yeah,
I
think
can
it's-
see how you'd think it's gonna be easy for
I'm
Vito.
not saying it's gonna be easy, but
like easy to pick Vito, I guess. But
like you go world champ.
Bri, who you got there?
Jax Forrest.
Honestly, I probably got Vito, just based off the experience.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's valid.
Honestly, Vito 2-0.
Okay,
Yeah.
2-0.
so Vito
I
2-0.
could see it happening too. But
I think
I'm
we
gonna
got
go Forrest.
50 push-ups on the next episode after.
Are we
see
shaking on
the-
it?
See the
50?
results.
B, can you do 50?
Yeah, I can do 50.
All right. Locked in.
All right, so you got Jax, I got Jax. Vito.
Vito.
All right. 65 kilos. Who we got?
We got Joey McKenna versus Real Woods. This is a good one.
This is a. I think that this is like the Wizard versus the Bulldog. I see Woods as like a very Bulldog type person who's gonna keep pushing the pace. Because I think he wrestled Aiden Valencia recently and beat him off a literally like buzzer beater takedown.
Dude, and it was like
He fell into it.
he clubbed him and just fell in.
Yeah.
And then caught Valencia's both of his ankles.
And he just fell to his butt. So
His grit.
Yeah.
but McKenna's so smooth when he's in that flow.
Okie State.
Another Okie State, yeah.
Cowboy RTC.
I mean, he's surrounded by such a, I don't know, just such a great group of eyes. They just had Burrows come in and stay there for a few days and just train. So you're getting exposed to high-level guys already as a high-level athlete. I don't know, I've always liked McKenna, though, so I'll say McKenna takes it. I'll go 2-1 McKenna.
I think Real Woods gets How do you think he wins one?
I think he...
Another last second little club ankle.
Yeah, I
grab?
think either that or he gets up early and just keeps the lead.
Is Real Woods still training at Michigan? Does anybody know? Do we know?
Yeah, he is. So
Still at Michigan?
he was in Vegas. He was coached by KJ and Bormat.
Okay.
So, and he was an Iowa guy.
Mhm.
So you see a lot of these guys moving too, which is weird now for us, because I think the freestyle scene is inherited, or it's chosen this professional environment now. Of you watch these guys wrestle in their colleges, but they could be at their rival now.
Yeah.
You could have a guy from Iowa that's going to Iowa State.
Why do you think that is? After college is over for him.
Money.
Well, it's money now,
Yeah.
and what could make wrestling professional if you had the money? Really, that's why we weren't professional before. No one was willing to invest the money in that sport because no one thought it'd be successful. But now you see all the leagues coming out. There's 2 leagues. There's a Claw professional league now, and then
that RFA or whatever.
RFA, Hogan, and Bischoff doing that with Izzy style. So I think it's huge, but I'm going McKenna, 65 kilos.
I got McKenna 2-0.
I'll probably go McKenna. I'll back you guys too.
Unanimous?
Yeah.
All right. So next up, we got 70 kilos, Yanni versus PJ Duke.
PJ Duke looked good at U20s.
I
U20 champ. Just made a world team. I mean,
He's
I don't-
surprising.
I don't know how many people have wrestled and made both team like two age group teams in
Yeah.
the same year. I don't know if there's been many to do that. So he could be the first to maybe be a U20 champ,
And he's just going
And then,
nonstop.
a senior level champ.
Like he went Vegas, and now he went boom, boom, boom. Like he's just
Mhm.
training and he's competing.
That's
he looked
pretty
good at
impressive,
U20s too.
But
Yeah.
I don't know if I could see him beating Yanni.
Yeah, Yanni's coming off some injuries. He looked good though last time he wrestled.
Yanni is, I think that's the thing. Some people, like when you watch Yanni, like in Vegas, some people were like, Yanni's looking a little slow. But then once he's warmed up, that
He's always
boy,
been slick, bro.
How
slick.
many
Yanni.
4-time champions are there? Like 6?
Now it's, yeah, I mean,
And he's one of them?
at that time, I think the person who did it before him was Logan Stever,
Mm-hmm.
before Yanni.
Mm.
That was the last one. And yeah, I'm going Yanni based off of his presence. But PJ Duke's another
Yeah.
young guy trying to make it. So, I mean, he's already made it. You already got one team. Are you gonna make the other team, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'd go Yanni 2-1. I think Duke could get one, and it would probably be like the first one.
He could frustrate him, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, just steals the first one. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, he got one. But then
Then-
Yanni being seasoned and already on the
And then
the senior
a little-
circuit,
I can see that.
a little-
wrestling best of threes.
Yeah, and then if you after that, and he's getting a little pissed off,
Mm.
it's like, all right, let's go.
And like you said too, PJ Duke's been wrestling like high level matches back to back weeks
Yeah.
and stuff. Like his body's probably feeling it. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
He's like
So-
literally in the freestyle season.
And he's like as deep into it as you can get.
Mm-hmm. So I go Yanni 2-1.
Okay. I'll just do Yanni. I don't know how it'll go, but he'll get it.
I'll probably say 2-0.
Yanni.
Mm.
Oh, this next one's pretty good. 74.
Messenbrink car.
Yeah. And Messenbrink Tech car at Vegas.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that.
No, nobody was. I mean, Carr just beat Takatani.
Yeah, and last time they wrestled, I mean, and it was folk style,
Mhm.
but you did see Carr take the match, and it was close.
That boy was gassed.
Yes, that
Let's
double
not
leg,
forget.
that double leg to start off though.
He was tired.
But
I mean, I think
Messenbrink is
Messenbrink's pace is, I feel like, crazy for freestyle because he'll just pressure you to the edge, and either he's going to get a step out, and then you're going to get a caution of one for
Mhm.
fleeing, or you're going to give up a takedown because you have to wrestle him.
and then what's crazy is he does so well at transitioning from folk style to freestyle because that's
Mhm.
exactly how he wrestles in folk
Mhm.
style.
He loves being on his feet, you know what I mean?
Pressure.
And then the
Yeah.
amount of times that his matches where you see guys get like 3-4 stalling calls, and he's just like stalling people out just from that pressure of breaking them.
I think if
He's a turner, too.
Oh, he's so good.
if Carr can wrestle like how he wrestled against Takatani,
That was very smart.
it'll be probably a good 3 matches.
Yeah, like his attacks were crisp. The way that he secured the match was crisp.
hmm
Didn't look too gassed, if I remember correctly.
No, he managed it well. Down blocks were good. But, dude, I mean, I think Messenbrink's finally figured him out.
Yeah, I think Carr's like kind of maybe plateaued,
hmm
and Messenbrink's like just finding that stride.
Yeah, which is scary because he's
I
already
don't know,
good.
though.
Yeah.
I mean, I see where you guys are coming from, but I think every time I've like bet against Carr, he always surprises me.
hmm
So
That's true.
I didn't think he was gonna win his last NCAA title.
no,
Mm-mm.
I didn't even think he was gonna beat Takatani.
No, I didn't either.
And the way
honestly.
that he beat him, like he got some good takedowns on him.
Yeah, it wasn't even close.
So honestly, I'm gonna give Carr I guess it would be an upset in this point because he just lost. I'll give him 2-1.
2-1 Carr.
2-1 Carr. I think he's got a lot of feedback from Vegas right now, and he's just been absorbing that. So, and like you got to think about the people that he's surrounded at Iowa State too. He's got some good people.
He
There.
does. He does.
You know, Metcalf, who was prominent on the freestyle scene,
hmm
St. John, all those guys.
I'll go Messenbrink 2-1. I think Carr can get one, but I think Messenbrink just wears on him.
Lee?
Messenbrink 2-0 is what I'll do. I think he'll dominate both matches, kind of like how he did recently, but maybe not as bad. I don't think he'll maybe tackle him as quick.
Yeah. I just think they're both so good to where it's like it's never going to be so one-sided consistently.
Where Carr gets scary is his double to a lace. Like a
He
lace
locks
don't,
that up,
a lace don't matter who you are, bro. Like that ends a match like that.
and his double is low.
Yeah.
It's so low.
Low, sweeps right into it.
I feel like Messenbrink's reaction time is just next level.
Yeah, dude, he's slick too.
So what does Carr have to
sees-
do? He's got to be unpredictable, where he has been predictable.
Yeah, because Messenbrink like predicts things. He sees
Yeah.
them 2 steps ahead.
No, his IQ, like you can tell when he's wrestling, his IQ is like just increasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He picks him. He starts feeling how you're stepping. And
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, Carr's gonna have to start. Probably like picking both sides of the body, dude.
And what does that mean? I think that just means he's gotta kind of
He's
adapt a little bit of Messenbrink's go.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
he's
say he's
gotta
gonna have to
push
start
the
timing
pace.
it,
Yeah,
getting under him or something if he's getting his hands on it.
and it's
He's
gotta be
not let Messenbrink get into his offensive,
Yeah.
aggressive game. And if he throws him off, maybe he can.
catch him with that
execute
double or
with- yeah.
something. Yeah, you know, but you gotta go. Like,
Because Messenbrink's gonna.
yeah, I mean that double off the first period of the NCAA finals, like one of the most like probably viewed
Yeah.
highlight takedowns.
Now imagine that
right?
into 4 turns
Right,
off
but
the lace.
if
30
you're
seconds.
if you're Messenbrink, are you thinking about that every time that match starts
He
now?
don't even care, bro. He does not care.
You don't. But
No.
what if it
You don't
ends up
think
in a
about it.
lace? What if it ends up in a lace? Like if
Short-term memory.
yeah, but do you have to recognize it to grow? Like if I wrestle
No, you
Carr,
do.
I'm starting with my hands low, dude. My hands are gonna be touching the mat.
Yeah, but you don't think
He's
he's
probably
already...
gonna push Carr up and try to get him to where he won't even be able to get.
You
a
think he's
double.
figured him out? I mean, didn't he just tack him?
I think just in that part he's figured. I think in certain parts they've both figured each other out. But that's the thing in freestyle. You could have someone figured out in one part, walk him through, and set him in that trap, and it's over.
Mhm.
All right, I got Carr 2-1. Messenbrink
Messenbrink 2-1.
2-0 Messenbrink.
79 kilos. We get into the big boys.
Hmm.
We got Evan Wick versus Levi Haynes.
Yeah. Another young guy versus
Wick-
vet.
Yeah, Wick is a big vet too. He's been in the scene for a long time. He he's signed with Askren as his first professional athlete
That's pretty
as
cool.
part of like the
Really?
Askren RTC or whatever.
Askren's got his own
Mm-hmm.
thing where he's like doing professional stuff now.
Well, it's just he's just like more signing athletes kind of. So
like,
it's
almost like a
like a sponsorship.
yeah, like a UFC kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where some people have some fighters
Mhm.
they represent. Or
Yeah, 100% same thing. So like, for me, I watched Wick a lot in high school because that's kind of where he was his prime in college. But then seeing him now, like he's putting it together. He's a lengthy guy too, you know. But Levi Haynes, we know what he can do.
Penn State boy.
We know what he
Another
can do.
dude just like Messenbrink.
Yeah.
You know, just aggressive, and he's gonna bring his style every match.
And not just aggressive, but technical, like technically aggressive.
Yep.
You know. I want to give it to the vet.
Haynes 2-0.
Haynes 2-0.
I think Tech.
I agree.
Wick. I'm going Wick. I'm going Evan Wick.
Nah.
I'm
These
going with the
new
people who
age Penn
surprise
State
me.
Guys are
Nah,
just
bro.
so good.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
These new Kale prodigies are just next level.
They can be, but Wick has been next level.
No Glaze, bro. The Nittany Lion Wrestling Club.
No glaze here.
Bro.
Is that what the kids are saying?
I guess.
No glaze.
That's what I heard.
Skibbity
Didn't they
toilet.
just pick
I
up
don't know
like
what that
4
means.
new like awesome dudes?
Well,
I
Rocco
got-
Welsh, bro.
Yeah.
First time
Rocco.
seeing him wrestle, and he didn't wrestle last season.
How'd he look?
Dude, he looked good. He looked slick.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just picking people apart.
And that's just been what, like a month at Penn State?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the Penn State style. Is like I'm gonna walk you down, make you take a bad shot, little go behind, or you're gonna step into a little sweep.
Cardio. It's like they're able. Everybody knows how to wrestle good, but the people that are able to do it and do it dominantly to another person and get them off their game, that's who's gonna win the match, and that's what Penn State does.
Mm-hmm.
So they must do cardio stuff like every single day.
Yeah.
I guess I'd want to see like Evan Wick standing next to Levi Haynes, like in terms of I want to see
Body.
how lengthy Evan Wick
Yeah.
is compared to him.
I think he's a lot length. Like he's like a orangutan, dude. He is. He's like his arms are so freaky, but
Haynes isn't short though.
he's not. And
Mm-mm.
Haynes is a big guy. Like he's built.
79 kilos. That's what. That's
Brian, can we get that conversion? 79 kilos to pounds.
I think it's 163, something like that.
Sorry, guys. I'm not a math major.
So that would be. Didn't Haynes win it at 65? No, he won it at 74. It's 175.
175.
Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
about his college weight.
They're pretty built. Like, you know?
They're probably 200 cut down, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be close to it.
I go Haynes.
198
Two-
cutting down to.
Yeah, 2-0.
I got
70
Wick.
something.
I got Wick 2-0.
You got Wick 2-0?
2-0 weight?
Yeah.
That is a hot take.
I'm
right
feeling good on it, too.
No.
It ain't just hot. That bit steaming. I feel good.
No.
I'll put 50 on it.
Another 50 push-ups?
I gotta get my arms up. You want? I'll do 50 with you, too.
Make sure you don't hit chest and biceps the day before.
We might have to do 100 push-ups if I get them both wrong.
That's
going
the name
to
of the
do-
game.
You might just have to do 50.
Hot
'cause
takes. Do
against
you
me.
dare?
I said it's on video. I
It's
got
on
it.
video. We got it.
Who
You guys
got?
seen it here
Who you
first.
got, Brian? Haynes or Wick?
He's going Haynes.
Man, don't just assume.
He's a dude. He's a Hawkeye lifer, bro.
I'm a Hawkeye lifer, but dude, I will. Haynes is crazy.
Dog.
I don't know.
Yeah. Guess. All right. All right.
I'm going Haynes.
You might have to do 100.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
Haynes.
be
I'm going
screwed.
Haynes. I'm going Haynes 2-1 though.
Close.
All right. If I lose, do I have to do them on the camera
We'll
next
like,
episode?
Yeah.
we'll do it at 2
Yeah, a
times
little time
speed.
lapse. Maybe we'll put it on the Instagram.
And
Just
you'll
a
just
time
be
lapse of your
like-
push-ups.
Dang.
Well, yeah, on the Instagram we'll post it.
All
Do
right,
they
B.
have to be unbroken? 100 in a row?
I
Or-
won't touch my knee. Yeah, you don't touch your knee. You can stay up as long as you keep the
Okay.
Well,
posture.
it's 2 separate, so you can do 50, take a break, 50. 2 separate deals.
Knock them out.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
if you lose 2 in a row, you're kind of. You should
Yeah,
do 100
when I win 2 in a
unbroken.
row.
You got bad takes, not hot takes.
When I when I win 2 in a row, they're gonna call me the king of takes.
We'll see.
All right. Next up, we got 86 kilos.
This is my favorite.
This is the big one.
This is the heaters. This should be the main event.
Okay, I was gonna say, is this the main event?
This is my
If
main
you've got
event.
the match card, this is the main event.
This is my main event.
Zahid Valencia versus Kyle Dake.
I mean, dude. What else do you expect?
Zahid Valencia
How is that
versus
not
Kyle
your main
Dake.
event?
'Cause we
100%.
got a rising star versus probably top 3 wrestler ever for everyone.
The fan favorite, another
Mm-hmm.
4-time national champion from Cornell.
Nitty Lion.
But
Train.
And Kyle Dake's been the best since we were kids, man.
Yeah, he's been
such
good.
a veteran.
I used to be a Dake hater.
I'm a JB lifer, so.
I just used to think Dake used to complain a lot to
You-
me.
I'm so much a JB lifer, I'm going Zahid 2-0.
I'm I mean, I'm not gonna glaze JB or anything, but
I'm not glazing,
I'm going
though.
Zahid just because, like I said before, Zahid is the man right now.
Zahid's on fire.
He's got it figured out.
Hey, Cowboy RTC.
Another one. What is that? 3?
1, 2, 3.
That's a 3. And
Make it 3.
he's got the perfect like mindset right now that also like he knows how to control his body. Like he's a big guy, he's long, and he's getting to his attacks, he's getting to his picks, his quick shots, but he's exploding through. So I think whatever they're doing at Okie State, working with Taylor, it's definitely showing.
He's big.
He's big, his chest is huge.
I don't
dude.
even think Dake
Can we
made the
pull
full
up a picture
86.
of Zahid, Brian?
Yeah, well, what hasn't there been a lot of talk about Dake and his like weight?
Yeah, I think at some point they talked about him. He's just being big right now, but when the next cycle comes around, he might drop back down.
Yeah,
79.
and that's like you never know. But that's also a guy like how old is Kyle Dake now?
I mean, he's
gotta
old.
be
He's
in his
30.
30s.
He's got to
Right?
be. I mean, JB's done, right?
Is he?
I don't know. Did he ever say he was done? Like
I
at
don't.
the.
He just all I heard was like,
He didn't wrestle this year. I kind of assumed it.
well, that's the thing. All I
He
saw
might
was
be
I never
trying to
heard
go to the
anything.
Olympics for a last run, maybe in LA.
Yeah, look at that boy Zahid.
He's a monster.
He was bronze at 92 kilos, and now he's at 86. Like, so he got a whole
He
like
went
another 6 kilos.
and he's dominating.
That's 12 pounds. He cut another 12 pounds. Like, damn. And
And-
you know you're cutting to make 92 kilos.
And
He's
and,
big.
and think about Zahid's. If you think about just his recent training partners, you've got David Taylor, and he was training with Jordan Burroughs last week.
Mhm.
Two guys who have experience with Kyle Dake.
Dustin Plott.
Yeah,
I
like
mean, he has good partners. Braden Thompson.
he's got the right coaching direction, and he's got the perfect partners for him.
They're definitely
Hamidi.
game planning.
Yeah, Hamidi, dude. Sleeper.
It's a great partner for him too.
Yeah.
I'm going Zahid 2-0.
Zahid 2-0.
You think Dake's past his prime?
I think he's past his prime,
I think he's getting there, yeah.
and I think Zahid's in his head.
I think it hits a point too, like how many more times you want to really deal with that hard cut.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you've been cutting weight for
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
like
not-
30
I've
years.
never
More than half
probably.
his life.
I've never
Yeah.
really heard of his injuries, but I'm sure he's carrying a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
You made a
he's-
point.
Dake's always been a guy though who like he tries to do it like what he's putting in his body. He's always been an advocate
Mhm.
of like healthy, like organic.
Mm.
Like I'm growing my own stuff. I'm eating fresh stuff. But it doesn't matter when it gets to wrestling. Your
Yeah.
body's getting beat up.
His lifting's different though too. He doesn't do like a traditional strength and conditioning program. It's more like that functional, swinging around sledgehammers and stuff like that. Get your toes in the grass.
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
think Zahid's in his prime right now.
Yeah, I feel like this
He's
is
cooking.
Dake could still be physically like prime because
Hmm.
the UFC guys they're not fully done until like 35, 36.
For sure. But I would say I would take like an Aspinall John Jones take right now. Where
Okay.
Jones
Yeah.
might be in his prime, but he might be out of his prime. But Aspinall's on fire right now.
Cooking.
That match needs a hat.
Yeah.
That fight.
I'm gonna have to do a whole another episode for that.
Mhm.
Alright, I'm going Zahid 2-0.
I got Zahid 2-0.
I'll do 2-1 Zahid.
Another unanimous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who we got next, B? Is that 92 kilograms?
92 kilograms Trent Hidlay versus Josh Barr,
Ooh,
Michigan native.
Michigan native.
Mm.
Runner-up this year.
Another Penn State guy.
And Hidlay, an NC State guy, who is actually helping coach, shoot, I can't remember. I know his brother's helping coach at Stanford, but he's coaching right now too. And
Was it North Dakota State?
I can't remember specifically. We might, Bri, can we search up where Trent Hidlay is coaching right now? But Hidlay has always been a guy who, like, during college, he surprised me because he's so physical, but, like, technical, too, in terms of, like, he's going to explode through you, but the technique that he's using is so crisp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he likes to punch those underhooks, drive you off the mat. Kind of has, like, that Iranian style.
Okay, so he stayed back at home. So he's been working at
Okay.
NC State at the Wolfpack RTC.
Mhm.
And this is a tough one, though.
Trent Hidlay, Josh Barr.
Because Barr really stepped it up this year. I think
Oh,
I think this was a big
matured.
year. Yeah, matured. He got bigger. Like, I remember reading stories from over the summer of him, like, strict on his diet, eating crazy amounts just to maintain his strength.
I would go.
This,
I mean, we've been betting for the Penn State boys. I honestly, my gut's telling me Hidlay. 2-1.
I think I just might have to. I might just be the opposite guy because I would go on the Penn State guy on this one just because I didn't think Barr was making it to the finals this year. I
So
thought
just him making it to the finals, you're gonna give him the little nudge.
I think no, it's the way that he made it though. The way that it's the way that these guys wrestle for me. Like it's one thing if you surprise me, but it's the way that your wrestling has surprised me. Like you can get lucky and win. All right, that's a surprise.
Dude,
But
that
the way that he stays composed.
when he put it on that Rutgers dude in the third period, I think it was like a 3-2 match or
How
something.
many- yeah, and
they
then-
got like 7 or 8
Didn't he end up
takedowns in a row.
teching him?
Yeah, teched him like 23-8 or something.
Like to me, when I look at that, I see a guy who found the next gear. He's hit that next gear, and if he keeps it rolling, I think he can get it. I would give it to Barr 2-1.
I'll do Bar 2. And I'll do 2-1 too. I'll back you.
You sticking with your gut?
Hidley 2-1.
Okay.
The only thing that's throwing me off is Hidley's like huge.
Yeah.
He's huge,
he is
and
jacked.
dude, I think he's a good freestyle. He has like a foreign style. Like
He is. Yeah.
he's gonna punch an underhook
Yeah.
and he's gonna drive you across the mat.
Well, that's what I'm talking
Well,
about.
whip you
It's
over.
kind of mixed in with almost a Penn State style.
He does the
too.
underhooks, the
Go
knee pick from him.
Aggressive, yeah.
Whip you down, throw you by. Yeah. I think if Barr can get to Hidley's legs, it might be a little bit dangerous, but
If Barr can stay on his reattacks,
mm-hmm.
but you got to be willing to weather that storm though, because you know he's gonna, like you said, he's gonna come in punching underhooks. He's gonna have you hand fight.
Yeah. And he gets slippery, dude. Like, you watch him, and he was, like,
Mhm.
glistening after the break most matches.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're not going to be able to hold on to him when that second period hits.
No.
Yeah, I think the longer those matches last it's gonna favor the Penn State dudes.
All right.
Well, I think I'm sticking with that. I'm going Hidley 2-1.
So, Hidley, I got Barr. You got Barr. Next up, 97 kilos. Chuckling a little bit just because this is a little controversial take that's been going on. You got Kyle Snyder versus Hayden Zilmer.
Is it? Okay, but this is like, is Snyder wrestling?
Yeah,
Confirmed?
Confirmed?
confirmed. Snyder got cleared. No charges. He just has to complete a online program.
Okay.
So he had nothing charged against him. It was, honestly, if you look at it, it's like getting a traffic ticket. That's basically what he got.
Right. Yeah. No, I think,
Do you guys have any opinions on what went down with Snyder?
Honestly,
no.
no. I just look at, because I don't want to be that guy who's hating on someone.
That's
Especially when you're
his
the-
own business to me.
Yeah, you know, like, I'll look at him as the wrestler, you
Mm.
know? In terms of the wrestler,
Okay.
I think he's winning.
But you gotta, I mean,
It
you do
sucks
have to
that-
factor in the outside things, like mentally.
You do.
It
you
sucks that stuff even makes like the main news and
Yeah.
like
do. Yeah.
I mean,
'Cause
that's
now-
what comes with being an Olympic gold medalist.
and being famous, yeah, just the press being able to
Mm-hmm. I mean, and of all things, too, like Olympic gold, like it's not like you're just a small time world team member or something like that.
No,
Like
he's
you
a champ.
represented the United States. Like people who don't know wrestling probably know you still.
And here's
Yeah.
a guy who is at Penn State now,
Mhm.
right? He was at Ohio State. When he was at Ohio State, he did win Olympic gold. Since he's been at Penn State, he hasn't. But like you said, he is a guy who is very well known. Every kid most kids within the last 10 years or last 6 to 8 years know of Kyle Snyder if they started wrestling in that point.
Yeah.
Most of them have his shoe.
Yeah. If you're a wrestling person at all, like even across seas, like you know Kyle Snyder. I
This
mean,
guy's
beating
wrestled-
Sadulayev
Yeah.
is like the biggest thing ever.
I saw a video. He was doing a tour with Side of Life, literally in his home country. Like, he's been around.
Right.
I don't know as much in terms of Zilmer, but he did put on a good showing. If we're talking wrestling, I'm going Kyle Snyder.
Wrestling, I go Snyder 2-0.
I do want to see how the outside factors play in, because how are the fans going to react to him being there?
Yeah.
Is he going to have the backing that he usually has?
Some trolls probably.
for sure.
chirping in the
You know,
crowd or
like
something.
imagine
Or
he's
there
walking
might be
out there.
people cheering him on louder just for the polarizing stuff he's had in the media lately.
Yeah. We'll see.
Because some of those things, like, even if something bad happens in the news, the person ends up being more famous in some cases.
Yeah. No, it does. And I think it's weird because he was at the point where like yeah, he went through his like celebrity status of being the Olympic gold, getting all the attention. And now it was kind of just I don't want to say plateaued, but he was just a consistent figure. So is this something that elevates him or is this something that brings him down?
I think it's more of a blemish. I think it will always be a blemish on his career. Like I don't think this makes him a better
So you think
wrestler or a better person for
it'll be
Team
a
USA.
like oh yeah, I remember when that happened.
Yeah, it's gonna be brought up when you bring up his name now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna
100%.
know about it
I think
and bring it up.
like before that when you said Kyle Snyder, I was like I thought Olympic gold medalist. But now I'm thinking that first.
Yeah, I mean it's still recent too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
we'll
fresh.
see when time passes.
So I'll go Snyder. I'll just go Snyder 2-0 in terms of wrestling. Yeah,
Sure, yeah, wrestling's sticking to the basics. I go
like
Snyder
if we acted like it
2-0.
never happened. Yeah,
2-0, got to back the champ.
yeah.
hmm
And then the biggest of the biggest, another Okie State guy, Wyatt Hendrickson takes on Trent Hilger, Michigan boy,
The
Mr.
biggest of
United
the
States.
biggest.
the biggest
Captain
of the biggest,
America right
dude.
now.
He's just dominating. He said he's been doing what he said he was going to do after nationals. He said he's going to keep it going, and he's going to take over the heavyweight scene.
Dude, that's a great run. Like
Beating Gable.
being Gable, yeah, it sucks. It was the national finals and not like this, for example, like Final X, because Gable won his Olympic gold.
Yeah, right.
Gable two-time NCAA champ, which is crazy to think about.
And a dominant champ,
Two-time NCAA champ, not a 3. He wasn't going for his 4th.
right? Because he
He
did
was
it.
going for his 3rd.
Yeah,
So I mean, in terms of NCAA accomplishments, is Gable one of the highest? Probably not.
I
Most
think-
dominant in terms of heavyweight, he could be up there.
I think people think he was, or people see him as up there just because of his status.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, it's when you watch him wrestle, too.
what's
The way
Kyle
he
Snyder's NCAA?
I believe he was a 2-timer, or
Well-
he was a 2 or 3-timer. I know he lost to Kyvan Gatson.
Those like the better wrestlers ahead of him have had consistent years. They don't take years off to go to the Olympics, and they get their full 4 years of college. But he, like, his thing is when you watched him wrestle against even the second best person in the country, he would just ragdoll him.
Yeah. Yeah,
And you don't see that often.
ragged on him where he's gassing him out. And-
Stalling dudes out at the NCAA tournament off push-outs.
So, do you
Yeah.
think do you think Wyatt has the capability of surpassing him in terms of dominant heavyweight?
I think he does, and I think Hendrickson. Now that you know the saying, like if you beat someone that's great, it kind of rubs off on you.
Mhm.
I think that effect's gonna happen for Wyatt, and I think he might even be the next Olympic champ for us.
You think he gets it done in 28?
I think he could.
I think he has a lot of time to get better. I think if he makes the team this year, the Worlds, he might, silver, bronze it. His first look on that Olympic scene,
So
that
what if-
foreign scene.
What about Hilger, a guy who, I mean, I was on teams with him, like freestyle teams in high school. You know, he was a guy who was always a bigger guy, strong, like very tall. Ended up going to Wisconsin.
Well, and he's training at Gopher RTC now. He's with the Minnesota boys.
and-
So he's with Gable.
Which is Gable helping him,
I would hope so.
right? Is Gable in the room?
Yeah.
But Wyatt, like, all respect to Trent, but watching Wyatt erupt that place in nationals, like, there's no feeling like that.
Mhm.
And he's a guy who's gonna go. If he's healthy, if he's good to go, he's go as well. He's not gonna stop, and he's looking to just break you down. So I go Wyatt. I'll go Wyatt 2-0.
I go. Yeah, White 2-0.
Sorry, Trent.
I'm gonna agree, Trent. If you're watching this, you got the fighting chance. Don't think you can win, but I'm gonna give Captain America 2-0.
Yeah.
That's the hot take for Final X right there. I
Yeah.
mean, it's stacked.
It's gonna be a good event. Hope the
It's-
best of luck to all the wrestlers.
Yeah.
No injuries, nothing.
No injuries. Represent United States. You know.
Great wrestling. That's what we love to watch.
Yeah,
honestly.
and like we see all these other countries, it's like, it's kind of like how USA basketball was. You know, they dominated for so long, and then they got to a point where these other countries have caught up a little bit. We've got to keep that going, right? Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing when you see guys like Jax Forrest and PJ
Yeah.
Duke and
It's
I
reassuring.
mean Marcus Blaze, for example.
Well, even Bassett, guy
Bassett.
who he lost that this past weekend, but still,
Yeah, you got to think too. Like Bassett's a high schooler who's
yes.
Stanich, I think, is going into his either third or fourth year in college.
And that's the thing I don't think people realize, because everyone's thing is though, well, Bassett's getting $5 million.
Yeah.
He's still young.
Yeah, he
$5
still has
million
no.
over his course at college for a reason.
He's definitely had good partners. He's definitely trained with great wrestlers, going to like the training centers and all that, Olympic
he's-
training centers. So he's definitely got good looks. But I mean, you're older. You're seasoned to the game in
Like-
terms of hand fighting and all that.
Like when Stanich beat him, I didn't see it as an upset. I was like,
Oh,
that's something I could see happening.
Right.
100%.
yeah. I mean, Stanich is probably 22, 23 years
Yeah.
old.
This dude's
It's a grown man.
fresh off high school,
18,
signing Brutus, and deals with Iowa
Mhm.
that like people don't do in their lifetime.
hmm
But USA Wrestling is in great hands for sure. It'd be better if they were sponsored by Combat Life Network and the Combat Life clothing, because it's the best. But we're not here to do this and that. We just
Speaking
represent the
of
best of the
combat,
best.
though, did you guys see this new combat airbag?
Dude. My fiance, by the way, I have proposed in combat flights. Best thing you could ever do. She's getting one of those bags, I hope. Got to see what we're looking at. Maybe I can get a discount or something. But
Maybe.
no, it's on the rise. That was our hot takes for Final X, though. We'll see how it goes. We'll make an episode after, give you
Hey.
our updates.
And go to the Broken Ear podcast on Instagram to see Ben do his 100 push-ups.
Yeah.
How about this? If I lose both of them, the Broken Ear podcast will go live on Instagram, and I will do them live.
Okay. Okay, we'll build it up.
We'll build it up.
We'll build it up.
We'll build it up.
100
This video
push-ups.
gets 100 likes and comments.
Let's remind the guests what the bet was. I think it was Forrest Vito.
I got 4. I had Vita. No, I had Forrest.
You had Forrest. I had
Forrest.
the boy.
And then Carr.
Carr Messenbrink.
Carr, Forrest. If somehow you're watching this, you know what to do. This is the Broken Ear podcast. Hot takes. We talk about wrestling. We talk about everything in between. Let us know what you need. Thank you for joining.